Okay, how you doing? Hey. This is a reading for let's see, who am I on actually? Virgo. Just wanted to take a moment for Virgo actually. Look, Virgo, this next reading is really devoted towards your energy, which is that Hermit's energy. I'm actually calling this energy into all the readings for all 12 signs. So for those of you guys who look for your other placements, you'll see this card right here in the back here because I'm actually looking at what is humanity actually seeking enlightenment for in these days. How? That's that Virgo energy. It's what you guys do best, okay? Precision, um, reflection, attention. So that's enough. Welcome to Deploy Underground Tarot, you guys. It's so good to have you back. I'm actually going to jump right in. We're going to do a um, Hermit's Guidance spread. It's 6 cards, okay? And I'll clarify. So thank you guys so much. So let's go, okay? Mm-mm-mm. So we got the Wheel of Fortune at the top. It's so funny because you can actually feel that the world is doing some major shifts, reflections, trying to identify where we are in history, where we are within, uh, yeah, some anxiety there. Where we are in history, where are we moving as far as our interactions with technology? What effects will that have on us? And how are we going to move forward as human beings, right? So I've been actually looking at um, doing more guidance type spreads because I think that some of the questions that you may be asking yourself right now, everyone in humanity is asking themselves as well, okay? So look, look, you got the death card too. You got the death card too. You're moving forward too. Look at that. And there's some kind of battle that you've overcome. But I also feel that, like, with you, Virgo, there is something that has given you that moved you away from some form of anxiety, some form of like cycles that have been happening like every 10 years, every 5 years, every month, every time something happens, this happens. Or you might even have this feeling that the fact that things may be peaceful right now, you feel like, okay, well, what's coming? Don't do that to yourself, actually. Don't do that to yourself. Because, you're actually moving into a realm um, uh, that is really, your energy is really, really needed on this planet, Virgo. All of you. All of you. Okay? Your energy is really needed on this planet, okay? Anyway, so let's get into the reading. Your first card actually is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? I'm going to clarify some of these cards. And basically, that first placement is kind of identifying what are you navigating. And the Wheel of Fortune represents change and cycles, kind of inevitable fates, okay, that happens. And I know a lot of Virgos watch my channel, so I want to tell you, if someone hasn't told you already, bravo. Good for you. Regardless if you have navigated to this video because you are searching for something, because you are looking for an answer, because you are questioning something, or maybe just because you're interested in learning tarot, please take a second and pat yourself on the back. Okay? It is something we often forget to do. Life is complex enough, right? And this Wheel of Fortune is really calling to you to navigate these changes and these cycles with inevitable faith. Okay? We need you. I will be the first person to tell you in tarot. I'm probably not, because there's a lot of excellent tarot readers out there who are probably saying the same thing, same energies. We need your energy. We need you going and searching for the truth. And that's that inevitable faith, right? That's that inevitable faith that you're presenting here. Now, in the second placement, you're coming up as, look, regardless of what is distracting you in this moment, you are the bearer of choice, okay? You're the bearer of choice. And whenever I see twos, excuse me, I always say, it's not your responsibility to make a choice or to balance anything. Period, point blank. Say that to yourself. What's beautiful about the Two of Pentacles energy in comparison to that Two of Wands energy where they're blindfolded, at least you can see what you may be presented with balancing. But I'm going to call you deeper into that because we're looking at that Virgo energy. We're using your energy to move through all these 12 signs and as a way to explain what enlightenment are we moving towards? What enlightenment are you moving towards, Virgo? It does not have anything to do with what you're currently balancing. I can tell you that. Your eyes are open, keep them open, and the balancing is really just a distraction for what is actually coming. And what is actually coming really draws from that darkness that you aren't afraid of. Virgos, they're like Scorpios in a way. They're not afraid of the darkness, they calculate it. Okay? And I want to call, in your third placement, what's preventing you from seeing your way out is no longer this. You're so tired of that energy, it's dead. The wands, the swords energy calls your attention to communicate what you are fucking finished with. You're done. And I wouldn't be shocked if this card comes up for almost every sign. But specifically you, Virgo, we need you to understand that you're done so that you can start calculating, finding new inventions, finding new innovative ways, looking at new possibilities for humanity to operate. Because no one's going to get it perfect but you and maybe a Capricorn. But that's only if they share, right? But you build to share. This is your whole thing. That is over. As soon as you let it over, you'll see a significant shift in what is preventing you from seeing your way out of whatever this balancing act is. You don't have to balance anything. You don't have to balance anything. Your eyes are open. That's all it's saying to me, all right? Hey, man. Hey, woman. Hey, homie. Hey, girlfriend. Your eyes are open. That's one step closer to awareness, to making a valid decision towards moving towards a new transition, a new space. And the reason why I say that, in your fourth placement, look at that. Look at that. All of the tarot readers that I follow, because I like to continue to learn from really great readers as well online, they all talk about the death card being a almost gift. It is supporting that ending, in your brain, cutting it. It's you are moving into a new space, okay? You're moving into a new space, Virgo. The past, you won't even remember it in 3 to 4 months. You won't even remember it. You are purposely moving into a new space. And you may be feeling that movement even more and more these days, all right? And don't let any external influences, although really hard to influence a Virgo, okay? Probably easier to do that with a Libra, right? But don't let any external influences shake your transition. This is the card of Scorpio. It's about empathic. It's about psychic knowing, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. And I find that wow, my energy here is actually pushing you to acknowledge that you are just, and if not more, important in the physical today, in your own life and in the lives of others. But first, you got to navigate this transition. Everyone is navigating. Leo, same thing. If you have time, go watch that Leo. It's the same thing. It's like you guys thus far are moving. Now, in that fifth position, here we go, still moving, right? But this movement is about how you communicate, right? This movement is about, hey, it's just dead, it's done. It's the end, okay? It's over. There's no need to. You won't even be able to look back. This movement is actually calling attention to how and what you must address before you move ahead. So you got some communicating to do in this situation, right? I don't know what the situation is, guys. I don't know. That if you're watching the channel and you're still here, there's obviously something resonating. You know what it is. What I'm going to tell you to do with that information is, well, once again, bravo. Up until this point, you have been able to communicate what you needed to in the proper form, and you've been able to take a couple of incentives with you. That Seven of Swords energy really talks about, not so much creeping away, but actually strategically moving away from a situation that isn't as profitable. But make sure that in the meantime, while you're involved in that situation, that you take your incentives that you got during that time. What does that mean? Business, okay? If it's business, you made some dividends on your investments. If it's love, there's somebody there that understands and can say that you were someone that they were able to build with, and that maybe you took a little bit more than what you needed to, right? But ultimately, I want to stay on like how you're moving forward with that, with your energy. You're moving into enlightenment with more and more information to protect you in making those proper decisions, or when these battles come up, right? I mean, we're all human beings. Look, I know people sometimes watch tarot because they're looking for an answer, or they are looking to put the blame on someone else, right? And I'm telling you this with this Nine of Wands energy. Your battle is over. If it's in love, call the battle off because you have what you need. Yes, if you take a look at this card, yeah, you are a bit battered. You are a bit kind of like, oh man, that took it out of me. That took it out of me. But in reality, nothing really great comes without some form of hard work. Humans are too simple that way. We just keep feeding and feeding and feeding into it because we are ultimately looking for innovation. We're looking for creativity. And with that, there's a battleground of opportunity. And I really feel like you're in on it now, because once it's done, you're going to acknowledge that, yeah, I am battered. I'm kind of tired, but you succeeded, okay? I want to go ahead and clarify. I want to clarify this 10 of Swords energy. Look at that, giving to yourself. And can you give me one for the 9 of, thank you. Yeah. Look, I know you're working on something. I know you are working on something, okay? Look, what I can tell you is keep it secret. Keep developing it, okay? Keep developing it, because from that, it's almost like you're creating something from that worry, from that negativity. Like you are able to restore your own new opportunity through this kind of negative experience that you've had, that you called attention to, that you called off. And your transition is actually leading you into a way of knowing. into building a process, into looking at your options and knowing where you can go and where you can't go. Okay? Slowly building that. Slowly. Okay? That 7 of Pentacles talks about harvesting, and the 8 looks at from what you harvest, how can you continue to build on that crop. You're doing something quite interesting with your energies here. Okay? You're doing something quite interesting with your energies here. What I want you to really focus in on is how do you restore balance in this time of reflection where it is not as intense from 6 months ago, where it is not as detrimental to your health and your life as a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. Okay? Can I get one more card? I just want one more card because I want to give them something. Yeah. Give me something. Come on. You're just saying, you're just telling them to continue to search, is what I feel. Okay, I'm going to take a messenger card because nothing's coming out there. That one came out. Yeah. Look, I don't know. You guys have been getting this one for a bit. I'm not going to use these messenger cards in the next reading. But, you know, I really get the feeling that some of you guys are building something around this kind of service type environment, or you are at service to people right now, which is great. No one better to be at service to people than a Virgo, okay? But if you take a look at this picture deeper, there are 4 hands embracing a heart, meaning there's a community. I'm telling you, Virgo, there is a community of people that are actually going to push you into your ideal act of service. It's an ideal act of service. And I don't know if that's within a relationship or in a business or in some kind of platform or in some kind of creative, innovative thing that you're working on. That's done and you're waiting to present it to the world. Whatever it is, Virgo, pat yourself on the back, okay? Pat yourself on the back. All right, that's what I have for you guys. All you newbies to Deploy Underground, welcome. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.